You're live.
Hello.
Hi, baby.
Hi.
Can you hear us?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
I
Can you hear yourself?
Yeah, but not like I can hear you.
You can hear. You can't hear yourself as well.
I can hear myself fine.
Bring the mic up.
Hello.
Yeah. I think actually I was listening to the previous video we did, and mics are picking up fine. It's I can turn it up. I can turn you up in the headphones, as they say on rap
Well, I
videos.
can hear myself.
Turn me up in the headphones. Turn me up. Turn the music up. Good.
Yes,
Excellent. You had a game today.
I did have a game
How was it?
today. It was fun. It was weird because the last time I
Don't
played-
use names, by the way.
Okay.
Yes.
The last time I played that game, I was in high school playing the alum.
Okay.
And the next time I played it, it's been 2 years after that, and I was on the other side, the alum, playing
Oh, that's
the high
right.
schoolers. Yeah,
Wait a minute. So last time you played as
I think I was a senior. It's been 2 years. Yeah,
whoa.
so that was weird.
So you're
Being
alum
alum.
now, and you're playing against the actual people still in school.
Yeah.
That must have been weird.
It was weird, yeah. I only knew, and it was weird knowing more people on the alum side than the high school side, since
Yeah.
I missed the 2 filtrations of people I knew.
Right.
So I only really knew a few people. Well, the people that were freshmen my senior year is the one people I knew because they were seniors playing today.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. And was the school? Have they done any more developments?
They're doing construction on the theater again, but they're
Why? I read
that's what I
that.
was wondering. I think they've left the theater intact, but they're doing the outside area, the steps.
Okay.
I guess they're doing that again. I haven't read anything on it. I just saw it, and I was
Yeah.
talking to my friend about it. But everything else seemed kind of the same.
What field did you guys play on?
The soccer field. So half
Okay.
a quarter of it was dirt from the softball field. Yeah.
That's never fun.
Yeah.
Anybody do any slide tackles in the dirt?
No, thankfully.
Yeah.
Soph got a little nick on her shin, though, from the game because we didn't wear shin guards. Nobody wore shin guards.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Somebody kicked her shin.
Mhm.
And actually.
There's a little scratch, yeah, big bruise scratch on her.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's too bad. Like she lost some skin.
Yeah, it's fine. It happens.
Oh, yeah. And I'm glad you used her nickname. Next time, no names. Remember, my friend.
Yes.
Until they're famous, and then you can use their names. It'll be okay. I think we should maybe talk about some holiday things. So,
Okay.
what do you think people want for Christmas this year? Well, what do you want for Christmas if you could?
Well,
you could have
I
anything.
didn't really know what I wanted for this year. Telling Mom about it that I didn't have any.
No pressing.
I don't need. There isn't anything I need.
Right. So you have everything you need.
Yeah.
That's
like
very
I felt
interesting.
weird and guilty asking for things I wanted because I kind of have everything I need, and
Right.
I make money myself, so I can buy things and save up for them. So I feel bad being like, oh, I want another pair of boots.
Right.
Because that's not something I need, and I feel greedy doing that. So
Yeah.
making a Christmas list this year was strange because I want more of the boots that I got last year in different colors, but I didn't want to be. I feel bad asking for that.
I think maybe that's a maturity thing too.
Yeah, probably.
You're feeling independent and self-capable, self-reliant. Yeah. Interesting. Do you know what do your friends want for Christmas? What are they asking for, or what's like the standard thing now?
Well, I talked to my other friend, and she was saying kind of the same thing about me. She's like, I kind of just asked for jewelry.
Okay.
Which that kind of makes sense. Like sometimes jewelry is a little bit more expensive for
your budgets.
My budgets. So like asking for a specific pair of earrings or necklaces would make sense, and it's like a small one type of thing, like a one box that you're gonna get, but you will be happy for it.
Yeah.
I haven't talked to many people about their Christmas lists, honestly, but I think a lot of younger generation are gonna get the boots that I got last year. I think they're really in style this year.
Which boots are those?
The Doc Martens.
Oh,
platform
okay.
Ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they were on the fringe of being in last year, so you were like ahead of the curve. Now everybody's in it, into it.
Exactly.
I wish we could do that thing that other people do, where we could bring up those actual pictures of the Doc Martens, but they look like a
I have
they
them
have
on.
a huge platform. on the. Well, you should actually put them. Can you put?
Can I? Like, let me stick my leg up here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the difference between.
These are them.
Oh yeah.
You have to do this thing the YouTubers do.
Oh,
Focus it with
oh
the
right.
hand, but
Okay.
it's not big enough. Yep, they're huge.
Okay. And so the difference between those and regular Doc Martens is basically the sole is
The platform. Yeah.
is twice the
Twice
thickness.
size,
Yeah.
This would be the regular sole, and then it adds about.
In reality, for me, that's one of the things or you can. And then yours has a textured leather.
Yeah.
Which
not many have.
I like that better. That's one of the things I don't like about Doc Martens.
Is it really stiff?
They're really stiff, and the leather looks like plastic to me sometimes.
Yeah.
Especially now that there are a multitude of clothing brands, shoemakers, a lot more than there were before. Whenever you had a leather that looked like Doc Marten leather, it was actually plastic. So they always struck me as plastic shoes, and even when they were, it would take 100 years to break them into to where they would actually look like a cool leather shoe. But I do remember I was working on a movie in Mississippi, and one of the photographer, I think they have on the movies pictures, they take still pictures.
Still pics.
And they take the still pics to basically record what's happening in stills, but also they're looking to sometimes capture the movie poster too. But I think that's the secondary purpose. I think the primary purpose is to kind of record things in still. But excuse me. The guy who was taking the pictures was a shorter fella from England who had a ponytail, and he had red Doc Martens.
And bright red or the burgundy ones?
I don't think they had bright red back then.
Yes, it must have been the burgundy ones.
Yeah. So they were. So move yourself a little bit, and then you can push that arm down. Yeah. Yeah, and then just bring that other mic part up, and you have to twist it here to hold it to the right.
This?
No, this piece right here. Yeah, that'll work. So he had those boots, and I had never seen those. Being from the South, we didn't have that kind of stuff. It was more hunting
boots,
utilitarian type wear versus cool stuff. And I remember thinking, oh, I like those. Oh, I may have to get some red boots one day. I
like red.
I do. I never got red boots though. I got burgundy hiker boots back then. Yeah.
Well, those are kind of similar to what you were saying. So.
Yeah. Well, these are like a very dark. Mine were very dark burgundy, like almost the color of those straps on that mannequin right there. But those boots that I wore then, which was in the early 90s, are now in style again.
Yeah.
So hiker boots.
Full circle.
Hiker boots with the laces down the center of the front of the.
Okay.
Yeah. So those are in style now. And now, back in the day, if you wanted to wear those as a fashion piece, you would actually have to wear a hiking boot. So what I had was a Timberland hiking boot. And nowadays, people make them
for fashion, not for hiking.
Exactly.
Oh, you bought them for like they're in a hiking store, hiking material, and you wore them as fashion versus now you can buy them as just for fashion.
Exactly. Yeah. They don't make them. I mean, they have some that are not made for hiking. They're just made to look like they're for hiking, but fashion boots. Yeah. So, funny how things progress into what they are now.
What I've noticed about people that own Doc Martens is they're like a loyal customer.
Okay.
So the amount of times I've worn mine and somebody tells me that they like theirs, and it's normally an adult, and they said, I used to wear those, and I'm excited to see that a new generation is wearing them.
Right.
Someone I had passed by was super excited to tell me and was excited to see me that I was wearing them. And one of my friends' father said that he noticed my boots and was like, I had a pair. I just noticed that they're really loyal customers, and I understand because I've had a pair since 7th grade that I still wear today, and it's been since then. Yeah. They last a really long time because my 7th grade pair still look really good.
Well, they do have a cult following, and uh, they have a cult following, and actually in LA and probably across the country, the only people that would wear those boots back in the day were like goth,
Yeah,
crazy people
crazy people.
with like mohawks and pierced eyelids and white super white makeup. And nowadays you see people like that, it's not a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
But there were not a lot of people like that.
Yeah.
So you can walk down the street now and see a regular mother who has 2 kids with blue hair.
Yeah, that's true.
And back in the day, that wasn't the case. The only people that had blue hair, they were probably shooting heroin in an alley.
Well, I was telling Mom that what did I say to her? I think, I don't know how this had come up, but I said if I had straight hair, I probably would have dyed it different colors because I think it looks cute and it's fun.
Right.
My hair probably would be, because I don't do it now because my hair is not the same and it won't be as healthy and won't grow back as fast, one.
Right.
And it would kill it and it'd be terrible.
Right.
But if I had straight hair, which grows back really fast and rejuvenates itself pretty quickly, I would have pink hair for fun. I'd probably do a violet for fun. And then 2 of my friends later that week posted a photo of they had put like temporary dye in their hair. Mom sent it over to me. She's like, look. I was like, yeah,
interesting.
Exactly.
So what's the thing? So in this generation, so people can't wear, could you wear a wig? Would that be weird?
You can wear a wig. I don't think, not many people, it's not the norm today. I think it's more of like influencers that wear it because they're always 100% glam all the time. So I think those are the ones that's really the norm. But like, I mean, no one in my friend group would go and wear a wig. I mean, I could wear a wig and they probably wouldn't know it was a wig. So. Yeah.
I think you should wear. I think you should just go for it.
I have one that I could wear.
Yeah.
Although I'd need to fit. There's a lot of mechanics that go to it.
What was that?
I don't know. That was loud.
Was that outside?
I think so.
Here?
Yeah.
Okay, I was making sure something wasn't going wrong in here.
No, I don't think so. I don't think it was outside.
That freaked me out.
What did we say? Wigs. Oh, the mechanics doing the wigs correctly. You have to have your hair braided a certain way, which I haven't learned how to do correctly without there being lumps. And then, because the new things now are the frontless wigs, which are really like the ones my mom said they were like used in movies, and now they've been taken because they look like real hair. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And then you have to cut the lace in the front off, which makes me nervous because I feel like people are still going to notice that it's. I think for me, if I were to do it, I'm not professional enough that people would notice it was a wig, but I'm sure they wouldn't. And then you have to like glue that part to your forehead. And so that it won't come off, and that just requires a lot of. I just wish I could just put it on and go.
I say no to that. You know why?
Because it takes.
It's gonna take your hair off in the front.
Yeah.
And then before you know it, you'll have to wear a lace front wig.
Yeah.
And sometimes the people that design these products, they do that on purpose. So.
Interesting. Even if it's, I don't know, because it's not on your hairline. The glue, it goes. I guess maybe it's on your hair.
You're gonna get some of your hairline, and the hairline. I mean, if you think about a hairline, it's so
fragile.
It's fragile and it's so small compared to the rest of your body. You know what I mean? Like so, if you lose 1/4 of an inch of a hairline, it's really significant on a forehead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then if you lose another 1/4 of an inch, it's 1/2 an inch. 1/2 an inch on the forehead. That's only 4 inches or so. Is
that's true.
Pretty significant, and it'll start to be another. The braids were really popular, really thick braids.
Popular now, yeah.
And girls that would wear them all the time would end up losing their hair, and they'd have to wear them. So there's like, they start off with a regular hairline, and then the stress of those heavy braids pulling on their hair over time eventually pulled the hair out. And so they'd start back, like I said, 1/4 of an inch, then 1/2 an inch, then 3/4 of an inch, then an inch, and then next thing you know, it's on the top of your head versus on your, your forehead. So it's a risky thing.
Yeah, but I also think it's tough because I feel like some people, I don't know if they have to, but if you have kinkier hair than mine, there's only so much that you can do with it, and it's hard to deal with. So I feel like braids is the easiest solution
Yeah.
for that. Which then it's like,
Where
where do you balance it? What's the best decision?
yeah, I think, well, just thinking about the difference between what's acceptable now in terms of hairstyles versus what was acceptable
Mhm.
before. When I was, there were only a few socially approved hairstyles, and so you didn't have that many choices. But now you can wear your hair however you want to wear it,
Yeah.
and even in the workplace. I really, and we talked about this before, but it's nice to put it on the record. I do think that people have poor nutrition, and it's affecting hair growth.
Yeah.
And if they would work on that, I think that they would definitely be able to wear their hair differently because they'd actually have hair to wear.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think it also has to do with convenience, because I've been thinking about my hair and being in Chicago and having, in the winter, I can't wear beanies unless with my hair down like this. It doesn't fit.
Okay.
It won't work. If I put a beanie on when my hair is wet, my hair is going to stay wet. And I can't put the beanie on for the entire rest of the day, or else I'm going to have a mushroom top. And if I get to class, it's hot. I want to take my beanie off. So I can't wear beanies with my hair down unless I braid my hair in 2 French braids, but I don't have enough hair where it looks like I'm bald, which I don't want to look like that. And then I can't wear it with like a low ponytail, because I can't get my ponytail low enough where the top part of it still hits the end of the beanie, so it doesn't
Right.
work.
What are these when you do the two?
That's my French braids. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think you look good like that. You look when you have the beanie on. So you just have to find the right beanie. I think that doesn't make you look like that.
Yeah, but if you still, it's not long enough that if I want it, I need the beanie to cover my ears. It's only like that much of my hair is sticking out.
Okay.
I don't want to look bald. So then I've considered, like, I've been looking at hairstyles and like girls doing twists, because I know that braids aren't gonna. I've never done braids before, so I know that's not gonna do well in my hair. But then I've twisted my hair myself, which I did it for a whole week, and it was amazing how many different hairstyles that I haven't done before. And I got a new beanie.
Oh,
and
really?
I wore it the entire week. Yeah. And it was. I mean, it took me like an hour and a half to do it, which was
gonna say
a while to do it. So it's not like something I want to. It's not that long compared to the 8 hours that some women go through for braids. But I wear a beanie. So then I also wish that it also would look different if it was longer. So I've considered like getting twists done with like longer hair. I think it would be fun. I think it just would be easy for winter, and it would protect my hair from the cold.
So when you say twist, you're actually going to get, there's a hairstyle that you put twists in, or you're just twisting your own hair?
You put, but it's both. You put so you were to get fake hair, and you twist the fake hair into your hair, into a big twist.
Okay.
Like multiple twists. So it looks like braids, but it's just the 2 strands technically string together.
Okay. Yeah. And then they don't, do they add weight to the hair like they have to, I guess, a little bit more weight.
Kind of like, yeah, like, but it's different if it's not as tight. So I've been looking into it a lot. It depends on, it's like called I don't know the terminology enough. I'm not educated enough, but there's kind of like a knot that they do at the scalp of the hair that twists in the fake hair into your real hair. And I think that still has to happen, but when you have a lighter twist, it doesn't pull as much, but I still think like pulling does happen. Not really sure.
Well, definitely if there's any weight.
Yeah.
Hair twists.
I have stuff. Do you want me to show
you?
So I was looking at this. Well, there was a few things I was looking at.
It's interesting using a phone that's not like your phone.
So this is a girl doing her, like she's fixing it, but I like this a lot.
Oh, I know this person. I think I follow this person, or she shows up on my.
I saw this video randomly on Vogue, I think. And I
was
like,
who is she?
This. I think she's a model. I just had recently started following her, so I don't know much about her.
Oh yeah, so that's essentially like the braids that I was talking about. They used to call them dookie braids in the South. I don't know what they call them anywhere else. Yeah, and dookie braids is kind of a funny name. References dookie. But
then I also like this.
Yes, for you people out there laughing, dookie is dookie braids. Remember those?
Is that because it looks like a dookie?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Isn't that ridiculous? You referred to that?
I like this too. This is the same thing with her thinner. This is the first girl that I saw, and she does her own.
Okay,
But
so
she's
has.
from Puerto Rico, actually.
So she has her regular hair with some fake hair. So her hair is probably still long anyway, right?
Her hair is a lot thinner, like a lot less kinkier than mine.
Okay.
And longer. Yeah.
Okay. Huh. Well,
but I like that a lot. And then I had been wondering how bad cornrows would be, because I really like this hairstyle, which is like half. I can show you this picture. Cornrows.
Oh right. Yeah, those are hell on the on the roots as well.
Oh.
Well, you could try it. I think what it is, you have to first of all you have to make sure that the person who does it
right,
does it correctly and not too tight, because that's one of the issues is them doing too tight and damaging the follicle when they actually set the hair.
Yeah, because this is a video of it as well, which you can see how they set it up on the
scalp. Okay, you guys can't see that. Could she have on more makeup? She used all of the makeup in her makeup kit, I think.
Looks good though. She does. That's what it's like today.
Wow. Yeah, that's we were at the restaurant that we ate with the other day when we had breakfast. There's a couple that came in and the girl had on had her makeup done, and I was like, wow, that's what you do nowadays. Look at that makeup right there.
Can we see?
Well, anyway, all of the no, they can't. I don't think. Well, I guess that's what it's. So everybody, so at school now, people wear their makeup like this. Some people.
Some people, not really.
But definitely when they go out.
Yes, when you go out, yeah.
You know what you know what my observation is? So, being that I'm much older than you, because I'm your father. People, when I was growing up, girls look different. So
there's probably less mixed.
No, definitely. I mean, that's probably the case too, but that's not what I mean. What I mean is everybody had their own style, and there wasn't the internet to show people how to do the same thing. And what I notice is all girls have the same eyebrows.
Yes.
You know, all girls have the same lips, or are attempting to make the same lips, or some variation of those lips. Everybody has their cheeks done in the same place, the same position, and people are actually sculpting their face, you know, with the makeup, contouring their face to actually look like somebody else's face. And so when you look at it, you don't even know what that person truly looks like, because they have made their makeup to make a completely different person on their face.
That's true.
And so everybody kind of has the same face walking around.
Well, yeah, it has to do with like because social media has created the trend. That's the only socially acceptable way to do your makeup because it looks the best.
Right.
But I mean, that's obviously just not entirely true. But I mean, that's what the trend says. So that's what has to be.
I mean, I'm not really complaining about it. I do think it's odd, and I think that's where we're headed. I think that's where we're headed, where everybody's going to pretty much kind of, you know, look the same or whatever.
I hadn't thought about that. That's true.
Yeah.
Interesting. But I mean, going back to what you said at school, not a lot of people don't wear their makeup like that at school, but when they go out, definitely. I mean, I wear makeup only when I go out. On a daily basis, I don't wear makeup like ever. At school, I don't wear it unless I go out, and I think I do it because of pictures. Because I look better in the picture when I have my makeup on because it hits certain parts of my face. Not that I'm saying that I wouldn't look good without makeup. It's just like if I'm gonna have the full outfit, I'd want to have everything.
Right.
So it just looks better and it's easier to put an effect on.
I'm listening. Keep going.
And I would say that not many people would comment if someone was wearing like a full face to a class, but I mean they would look good, so it would be fine. But
It's interesting. Like I was saying, like mostly influencers, I feel like are the ones going 100% glam all the time because I mean their life is that like they're going to be taking pictures of themselves all day long, and if they feel the best in makeups, then so be it. That's what they want. They look good.
Yeah. I don't know why this is not picking up both sides. It's kind of making me sad, but I guess it is what it is.
Both sides of the mic, it's not picking
It's
them up.
not picking up your mic
Oh,
for whatever reason.
so they can only hear.
Well,
me
no,
talking
no,
for now?
no. What we're streaming, people can hear, but I have another software that I'm using for later audio correction,
Mhm.
and it's sort of like a software well, it is a software that records audio better audio, and because if you go back and listen to the videos on YouTube, it's basically lower quality audio unless I edit the video with audio and then bring in a different bringing the audio and video together into a different video, which I was going to do in the future, but I guess I won't be able to do it with this particular setup. I don't know why. um what were we talking about?
Makeup before that. I don't know how we got to that. We got from hair. to
Well, that's
makeup.
how it works. It just goes, you go
flows.
from one section
Came from holiday. What
Oh,
people
right.
wanted for Christmas.
Right. So Doc Martens are in, you said.
Yes.
What else do they want?
Makeup. I would say before next. Like I'm asking, I want colored eyeliner because I've seen it on the internet, so I think
Okay.
it looks cute, and I'd want some.
Who's pushing colored eyeliner? Colored eyeliner?
Yeah.
You said?
I don't know.
So colored eyeliner, not eyeshadow.
Correct. Eyeliner.
Okay.
I think a lot of influencers are doing it. There's makeup has kind of changed from the show Euphoria coming out,
Okay.
which is Zendaya's show.
Right.
And they like in that show, they have casted a lot of their characters with like specific, colorful, over extreme eyeshadow and makeup.
Okay.
Which looks good and creative, and it's not something people do on a daily basis, but they put it on their characters on a daily basis, and now people are starting to go into that trend, which is like rhinestones on your face and different colors and color.
I've seen this. I've
Yeah.
seen this on Instagram.
Yeah.
I actually saw this about a year ago. I guess people on the cutting edge were doing it.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, they had all kinds of things stuck to their faces, and I thought, it looks kind of cool, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I like the rhinestones. I think
Yeah.
that's pretty.
I wonder how long that takes to make. So right now, so you can go buy a makeup kit where you can put rhinestones on your face.
My friend just bought rhinestones. Like
I
kids
do.
would have.
That's
It
what
looks
I'm.
exactly
That's
like
what
that.
I'm wondering.
And you put it on with
It's the same.
eyelash glue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I mean, sticking it on won't stay, so you have to.
And where do you put this?
I
I saw people, they had
it's
it
all over.
here.
Like it's like you could use it as eyeliner, so it'd be on your eyelash line.
Okay.
Come out. Some people are putting it in the middle because you want to have. So the way eyeshadow works is you want it to be lighter towards the corner of your eye and next to your nose, and then it gets darker as it goes out.
Okay.
So then you could put the rhinestones in the corner of your eyes, and then you could also do it at the end. Some people are putting it in their eyebrows. Someone and on the show, she had braids in her hair and put rhinestones in the hairlines.
Mhm.
That looked cute. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. How long does it take to do that?
I would do it for a music festival, specific party, and a costume, I think.
How long do you think it would take to put on?
It depends what look I was doing. Like if it was just two things, it would take maybe 10 minutes for.
Oh,
if
okay.
It's like a short
That's
amount.
not...
But if it's a lot, probably like, I don't know. I've never done it before. I don't know if I'm like butchering the time, but maybe 30 minutes if you were to do.
I'm sure if you get really good at it after you've done it a few times and you have
Yeah.
everything set up, it
Then
wouldn't take that long.
That's true.
I would what I really think about is what does it take to take it off?
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's true. Oh, sounds terrible.
And then do you get to reuse it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Because you can just peel the glue off.
So does it peel off and so you can peel everything off with like in a sheet form? Can you just peel it off your section?
You just pull it off, yeah. Oh, and if it was a row,
Yeah.
it would depend if you put the glue on in a row. If not, then you would have to do one by one.
Oh.
But if it was a row, you could possibly pull them off.
And what do you pull it off with? Tweezers?
Your fingers or tweezers? I would do my fingers.
This is crazy. Huh.
Yeah.
Actually, you just reminded me of something that I told your mom about.
It's funny how different this conversation probably is than with you and Essen.
It's way different, but that's the thing. That that's what I mean, that's what a conversation is.
Yeah.
Your interests are different. My interests are different. Essence interests are different. So that's just the way it works. I think so we got boots. No, we have Doc Martens. We have makeup. I don't know why I keep having to cough.
Probably some skincare things.
Skincare.
People are really into skincare, which is interesting.
So what kind of skincare? Like cleaning their faces?
Yeah, cleaning their faces, what's going to moisturize their face the best, what's going to make their skin look rejuvenated,
Mm-hmm.
eye creams and things like that. I'm not really into it because I've found what I like, so I'm not really into having to change it if it's working.
Right.
So I don't go out seeking it.
Well, most of it's probably gimmicks anyway.
Yeah. And I also don't want to pay for a lot of it's online. I don't know. I don't want to have to go and find a new thing in there. The cosmetic stores, there's so many things that I get really overwhelmed.
Right.
And I wouldn't even know where to start unless I got references from friends and people.
Mhm.
But yeah, I like sticking to what I have.
Right. Actually, you know where I get overwhelmed?
Where?
In the health food store.
Is that the vitamin store?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's so many.
Well, because I mean, I have well, you know, the vitamins that we take, and they work, right?
Yeah.
And you can see, like right now, I haven't taken them for a couple weeks, and I can tell the
You
difference.
don't have any. I always come home
Yeah.
and take them.
So I always think, what else should I be taking? And like, is all this other stuff just nonsense? Which a lot of it is, I
Mhm.
think. But there's a lot of things. Like for instance, when you walk in this particular the vitamin shop down the street, they have what they call an end cap. The end cap has a bunch of like vials with droppers, and there's probably 100 things, 100 different things that you could buy. And I just wonder. I mean, I know that there are certain ailments, certain things that affect certain ailments specifically. So I suppose that's why they have 100 and something different types of drops for whatever purpose. But that's just one section, and that's about 3 feet wide by let's say 9 feet tall or 8 feet tall, right? And then there's another end cap with some more stuff, and then obviously each row. There's just so many things. Now I do know that a lot of stuff in that store and in your average health food store are not good for you, just like your regular grocery store.
Yeah.
You know, so but anyway, just thinking about the overwhelm, and I wonder in a makeup store if most of that stuff is
It's all the same. Nothing's
Okay.
different. That's what I think. Just a different packaging.
right.
Different company. And something may be different. Like they might have more pigmentation, but I feel like it's all the same.
Hmm.
Well, with the vitamin thing, what's interesting about you being overwhelmed is like you've researched and studied things and you know what to get. Like imagine someone that wants to change their diet, but they go into there
Hmm.
and they're overwhelmed and they don't know what to do in there. So then they get like disappointed and like at that point they don't want to do it anymore because like I don't know what to pick. So then they leave and then they
Right.
don't do it again.
And then the other thing I find about vitamin shops too is you walk in and the people working there don't actually know anything about what's in the store, which I think is strange too.
There's too many things in there.
Maybe
You
that's
need to
why.
concentrate it to the things that actually matter.
Right. but then you don't. I guess you wouldn't have a profitable store if you just.
Yeah.
I mean, you should be able to sell specific things. There's that I had the thing that I buy at that shop is the most effective thing in the store,
Mhm.
and I had to tell them to get it.
Really
Yeah,
interesting.
and I have to keep telling them to restock it.
Mhm.
So that tells you a lot about what people do and don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I wonder. I bet that somebody who's really into makeup could go into a makeup shop and tell them specifically what they should have and what they shouldn't have. Like I
Yeah.
wonder what the least used item in the makeup shop is.
I don't know.
Huh.
There's so many things.
Yeah.
I was there recently. I don't know where to begin.
All right, we got to do one more. So we got makeup and we have boots. We have Doc Martens. So ladies and gentlemen, if you want to get your people some stuff for holiday, just understand that uh, Doc Martens are at the top of many people's lists. And
In my opinion, yes.
the most important Doc Martens are the platform Doc Martens, the ones with the double
Indeed.
lift. And the next item would be makeup. And we think that, so we'll call it here today. By the end of 2020, it's going to be wild. 2020, there's invented makeup situation for the future. And then skincare is another good one. I think if you can find anything that is good for cleaning the skin, perfect buy. Anything else?
I don't know. I'd have to think about it more.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like people always get clothes.
Okay.
Specific blazers. Probably a lot of people are gonna get blazers. Those are really in, and a lot of blazers with bigger shoulders, like shoulder pads are back, basically.
Wow.
Yeah.
Back to the 80s.
Yeah, we're going full circle. It's back to the 80s, really.
But everything is in now.
Yeah, 80s, 90s, 70s, all of them are merged into one.
I don't understand why that is. I mean, I do. I guess because there's just so many more designers.
It's kind of interesting. I was thinking about that recently. I'm like, that's kind of a lack of creativity, if you think about it. Which I want to go into this industry, but I've thought about it because a lot of the styles like, the way I get inspiration is looking at other people's outfits, and then I like looking at really old movies, and I like seeing their outfits. But to me, that already happened. So me, like, taking that outfit would be a lack of creativity, but you start to become more creative when you start adding different things to that outfit. But I think a lot of people, which I guess designers are doing now, but we're not creating anything entirely new, because a lot of the time, if we were, it would seem crazy.
Right.
But the things, what they know for sure is that was in style once. So if you bring it back and you put it on a roadway and you have people wear them, then you know it worked one time, it should work again.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting. You're right. There is a lack of creativity. I think I've thought of something similar.
Yeah.
I think, well, I have this whole idea about overall all industries, the whole world, everything, because it's controlled by a small group of people. Usually, like, there's a few people that own 7 billion people that are in the world,
Yeah.
right? So the tastes and the interests and the control of those people, and that is ultimately what is, I think, has created a stagnation in creativity everywhere. Luckily, the internet and social media has allowed for smaller groups of people to make products that and show them to small groups of people, and then it in turn turns into large groups of people because um, they become popular. I think that it's helpful, but I think it needs to happen faster.
Mm.
The fact that we're not on the moon and not on Mars yet is sad.
Bizarre.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're gonna wrap this up, and then we're gonna bring in We're gonna bring in the other sibling here, and we'll do a whole group
Oh, we're
thing.
doing a group thing
Yeah.
as well.
Can you handle it?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Adios.
Bye.